What's up everybody, it's Man of Low Moral Fiber here. My name's Luke, and I'm going to be continuing my Overpower Level 8 Sniper Zer0 playthrough. I've been doing some of the DLC some of the side quests before moving on to the DLC, and I do plan to start the Pirate DLC either in the next episode or the one after that. We may eventually come back to some more side quests, maybe halfway through the Pirate DLC or after the Pirate DLC, but one more side quest that I wanted to hit up before starting that DLC was the Flesh Stick quest, or Tiny Tina's Tea Party quest. It's another quest that is pretty long and has multiple moving parts to it, and another one that I think is especially well designed. This particular side quest gives you some insight into Tiny Tina's backstory, and lets you know maybe some of the reasons why she is the way she is, all psychotic and stuff. So we're headed towards her garage now, which I think is a well designed area in my opinion, and we'll go over that while we're in there, since we will be spending some time in there in this particular episode. But before we do that, we're probably going to want to clear out some of these guys and barrels over here, because obviously at some point in time we will begin to defend this little garage entrance. And as we do that, we're going to want the game to, not have an overabundance of enemies that should already be dead. So, we got lucky there and got two Nomad Head Crushers, and obviously they are kind of boar bait, especially with a Pimpernel. So here in Tiny Tina's garage, I think it's, colorful and good looking and stuff. And there are some nice touches. If we look here, we can see this is where Sir Reginald is going to be sitting. Here's Princess Fluffybutt. And Evil Bastard That Killed My Parents is going to sit here. And this is obviously where Tina sits. So if we talk to her here, we'll go ahead and get this quest. So she wants us to have this tea party, but she needs a date first. So we're going to go pick up Sir Reginald von Barnlesby, who is a baby varkid. I also always appreciate these little motherboards here that Tina is using to, I guess, maybe set up a timer for these bombs. I'm not exactly sure. They only have 2 dim slots, so you can tell that they some ghetto shit. But we're going to head over towards the Madam von Barnlesby, the big varkid, and get ready to kill her so that we can get Sir Reginald. Now over there could be a tough fight. I've never really attempted that fight at Overpowered Level 8 before. At least I don't think I have. I've definitely never attempted it with Sniper Zer0, so it may be interesting. I think we should just be able to use a Corrosive Pimpernel and take her out. If I remember correctly, she's not that much different than a normal badass varkid, but I could be completely wrong, and she might have some interesting mechanics. Like I said, I've never really fought her with anything other than Melee Zer0 at high levels, and obviously with Melee Zer0 you just kind of one-hit her, so it's not that tough. So let's go ahead and see what we can do against her with Sniper Zer0. Now, one thing that I did think was pretty cool was that I think it's in the 4th DLC, Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep, where she actually mentions that Sir Reginald is a racist, which is kind of funny, because he's obviously just a baby varkid, and I can't imagine him being racist, or even sentient, but, it is a funny thing for her to bring up. We'll go ahead and take out this buzzard so that we don't have to fight it while we deal with the varkids up here. Now there will also be, I am pretty sure, a plethora of mini varkids that might start evolving as we fight Madam von Barnlesby, so it should be prudent to kill her quickly so that we don't have to fight the numerous evolving varkid that will be there as well. And if we take too long in the fight, it may become impossible and we might die, but we'll try to avoid that at all cost. So we're headed up here now. One thing I think that Borderlands 2 does a pretty good job at is making use of the Z-axis in certain maps. Obviously they did this in Borderlands the pre-sequel as well, but I think they really went overboard in that, and I think that the low gravity and double jumping really makes the game play a lot slower than it should. And I know some people were a fan of that, but I personally was not. Since she's not spawning yet, and I don't think she'll spawn until we get a little bit closer to the waypoint, I figured it might be prudent to kill a couple of these small varkids before we actually start the big fight here. So let's go ahead and get started. Here she is. I do have my Corrosive Pimpernel out, so it kind of sucks that she hit me already right there with that big acid glob attack she did, but I got transfusions coming in, and this little varkid tower is helping me a little bit. So, we need to get some more transfusions out. Oh gosh. That was bad news. And now she's down here. Hopefully those transfusions get to me, and we're able to finish her off here. So it was definitely smart to kill these little varkids before this started, because I took some major damage in this fight. I'm still taking some major damage in this fight. She's definitely a lot tougher than your average badass varkid. I think she's a lot closer to a super badass varkid, but she's almost dead. If I can manage to get a critical hit or two here, we'll finish her off, so that was good stuff. Hopefully we don't get killed from beyond the grave here. That would be really nice. Alright, so we're able to get our health back, and we almost picked up little Sir Reginald here. He's in a little jar, and the jar has a top hat, which is pretty cool. Alright, so I forgot about this next part where we actually have to pick up Princess Fluffybutt. So that's what we'll do next. Ooh, a badass varkid has spawned. Perhaps we'll just leave these varkids. I've had enough varkid fighting for this episode. I don't know if they come down and fight us or not. They may. Maybe we'll turn around and that will be vermivorous. Hopefully not. But maybe. We're going to collect these crumpets real quick. What would a tea party be without crumpets? This badass varkid is following us. So we need to figure out a way to kill this thing real quick. I was hoping to get some good boar there, but did not get that. The badass varkid is dead though, or very near to it. Yeah, it's dead. So that's good. Alright, so we are going to need to kill some buzzards here in a moment, so I'm going to keep my corrosive bone of the ancients on. Ooh, there's another badass one. This is not good. Multiple badass ones. I really thought we were done with this. And now we got a two super badass pods. This is not good at all. We may die here just to varkids, which would be aggravating. The adult varkid's really kicking our ass right now. So I'm not sure if I can kill this super badass varkid very easily. Are we gonna get a verm spawn? Just all shits and giggles here? I don't want that. Why would I want that? Well, luckily there is an ammo machine up here because I'm going to need it. More badass pods? Or is that just an adult pod? Yikes. This was unexpected. I did not anticipate this in this episode, but whatever, we'll try to make do. The super badass is still down there causing havoc. Perhaps I can get to a point where they de-aggro, because I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to tackle this situation. First step is buy a lot of ammo, because you're going to need it. Second step is get transfusion grenades somehow. Alright, so we killed that. That's an ultimate badass pod. We may just fight Vermi in this episode. This was not what I meant to do at all. I don't know why they're spawning so much right now. Usually people have troubles getting these to evolve. I'm apparently not having that trouble at this moment. So, it doesn't look like damaging this thing is that bad, but the damage I'm taking from this thing is atrocious. We could just fast travel out of here, probably. But I'm not going to do that. Oh, good. So it's terrain glitching right now, and I can't shoot it. That's always nice. This is interesting. I really did not expect this. Oh, it's tired of dealing with us. I would be too. I'm not doing too much to it. Oh. Getting a critical hit on it. I guess that's something. It's running away now. It was weird. I really did not expect this varkid dealing to be so intense, I guess, basically. Granted, I'm only fighting one right now, but I did not expect to get an ultimate badass up here. It's almost dead. There we go. Huh. Wonder if we got anything interesting from it. Probably not. Did create a huge delay in my episode, though, which is a little bit weird. But we're on our way to getting crumpets. Or, I guess we already picked up Princess Fluffybutt? Was she the one who was just sitting down there? I guess so. I thought that's where the crumpets were, but the crumpets are in the bandit camp, so that's where we're headed now. I probably should have attached my Firebone of the Ancients for fighting that ultimate badass Varkid. It would have made it a lot easier. Theoretically, I could have let it evolve, or tried to let it evolve into Verm, but I didn't really want to do that. This is not a Verm fighting episode. This was a complete the Tea Party quest episode. Try to kill that before it evolves, and then we'll kill the other things in here before they evolve as well. I need to get that buzzard part from the buzzard we just killed. Hopefully it's easy to find. Yeah, it's right there. So that's good. We're definitely going to do this optional objective, though, where we find the crumpets, because that's what I want to do. Alright, so sorry guys there that I had to fight that huge badass Varkid. I wasn't really expecting that at all. Loot Goon Goliath here. We'll go ahead and take this guy out. They're kind of boar bait because of their big loot chest. So we killed that, which is the second of the buzzards that we need to kill. It looks like its piece that it's dropped isn't going to be too incredibly difficult to acquire, but it might be. Excellent. Need for these varkids to quit giving me trouble, but they are into that particular life at the moment, so we'll kill them, or at least try to. Maybe they'll kill us. Or maybe they'll just avoid my slag transfusion grenades really, really well. Alright, so there's going to be a few more enemies in here. We have to watch out for any enemies that may have a damage over time weapon, or enemies that have launchers like heavy nomads or blaster Goliaths, which definitely do spawn in this area and have given me trouble in the past. We'll kill this guy if he quits being a bitch. Excellent. Sounded like there was another buzzard coming, and sure enough there was. 2, 3 buzzards. Wow, quite a few buzzards actually. This is why I still have my corrosive pimpernel. So that'll be at least the last piece we need to grab, but we can't just leave these buzzards in the air. They'll kill us. Wow. I'm unsure how many buzzards actually spawn here, but right now it's 3, and every time I kill one, another one is spawning, so need to watch out for these guys. Did I kill 2 right there? That's some crazy pimpernel boar? No, it wasn't. Alright. 1 more buzzard to kill. And I think that should be all the buzzards. Alright, now we could just head on out of here, but I do also want to kill this Goliath blaster up here and go get this crumpet as well. Excellent. So with those Goliath blasters, you need to be really careful because they carry 2 rocket launchers. And really all they'll need is 2 perfectly timed rockets to kill you. So those guys can be really some of the most potentially offensively dangerous enemies in the game. They are especially dangerous. And to be honest, if they have a damage over time rocket launcher, it could be 1 rocket that kills you. That is something that is very likely to happen, and something that I would definitely recommend watching out for. I don't know if that Goliath I'm hearing happens to be a Goliath blaster, but I got the crumpets, so now we're headed out of here, and we'll head on back to Tiny Tina's. I really thought we were done with all the buzzards, but if there's just 1 more buzzard, I might try to kill it for a follow-through bonus on the way back to Tiny Tina's. Excellent. Probably didn't save me any net time, but now it won't be shooting at us as we're running away. Try to avoid any of these varkids over here spawning into ultimate badass varkids, because that wouldn't be any good. That is the wrong weapon, but it still killed something, so that's good. Excellent. Taking proper note to kill those varkids there so that they don't evolve and come cause trouble for us while we're going to be in the Tiny Tina's garage. Tiny Tina has some ammo machines for us, so we should be good there on that account. So, once we give Sir Reginald and Princess Fluffybutt their seats, we can go ahead and lure Fleshstick over here, which shouldn't be that difficult. This is a quest that they divide into 2 parts. I guess they divide some of these quests into multiple parts so that they can give you multiple rewards, whether that be experience, money, iridium, whatever. But, you know, if you complete a quest like this, you actually get, you know, multiple experience if you're going through the first time of the game where you're leveling up, which is nice because maybe you'll level up mid-quest as opposed to post-quest, which could be very helpful for actually completing the quest. So Flesh Stick's going to be over here, and we need him to come to us. There was a exploit that was pretty popular when the game first came out, where you could just kill Flesh Stick over and over and he would spawn out of that, and people used it for power leveling, but that was one of the first things that Gearbox patched that really started to irritate people. Gearbox patched several things in this game that I think made it better, basically. Obviously the Beast Shield still has glitches with a few weapons, a significant amount really, but it's not broken with every single multi-pellet weapon anymore, which is definitely good. So Flesh Stick is getting sucked up into this thing here. I'm not sure if you could kill him while he's being shocked there. It's something I've never tried, but maybe it would be possible. So we'll talk to Tiny Tina here, and we'll go ahead and start the party time. So after we turn on the generator here, dudes are going to start spawning in the alleyway, and we're going to, or not the alleyway, but, you know, looking out of the garage, there will be a lot of dudes spawning, and we'll need to kill them all and not let them kill this generator, otherwise we will fail the quest. And if I remember correctly, it's been quite a while since I've done this quest. We might have a pretty tough task ahead of us, so let's go ahead and smack Flesh Stick and get started here. So there are 3 waves of guests, I guess, and they'll be spawning out here. Psycho's going to be pretty easy for us, to be honest, but other enemies may be a lot tougher. Probably going to get at least 1 Goliath Blaster here, and that will be the make or break point in the quest, most likely. We may also get badass Marauders as well, so it'll be something to watch out for. So we're getting a few critical hits right now, which is definitely good. Here in Nomads right now. Alright, doing okay. Hopefully some more enemies spawn and we can keep some of these critical hit stacks. It may be a moment though. Just trying to spam bullets right there to get more critical hits. If I can keep my critical ascension stacks up, we'll do okay. Alright, so we are low on ammo, so I'll need to run over some of the enemies we've killed here. Some enemies managed to run past me though, and that's no good. I guess it was good that they dropped the ammo where I can get it, as opposed to way back there where I've killed a few of these enemies. Can you get critical hits on Juggernauts? Yes, you can. Perhaps I should just shoot them with the Pimpernels, though, in order to deal extra damage on them and not run out of ammo. Excellent. Got a critical hit there that preserved my ammo stacks, though, and so that was definitely a good thing. Alright. Use that little midget there to gain a critical hit stack and keep my stacks from ticking down. But also I needed to make sure that that guy was going to die, and that I wasn't going to use too much ammo on him. So hopefully these guys are going to drop some ammo for me, because I am getting deathly low on ammo. Alright, so I barely killed that guy in time, but now I have a few more rounds of ammunition, 49, so that's pretty good. I'm almost debating letting these midgets get a little bit closer so that I can actually get some ammo from them. So that's not a Goliath Blaster, which is a very, very good thing. Neither is that. Another good thing. Tina says some funny things during this quest as well. We can't really hear her right now, but that's okay. Kill these Marauders as they're coming in here. Outlaws, whatever they are. So I think we're getting close to the end now. There's going to be a badass Goliath. Sounded like Mike Tyson there with the lisp. So that didn't end up being that bad. We made it through all of this, so that was good stuff. So that was pretty cool. I think there's one more quest in here, and we'll do that one as well. And then that will be the end of this episode. So this obviously gives us Tiny Tina's Teapot, which isn't a terrible weapon, but basically it's just kind of a weaker version of the Hornet, which is a pretty decent weapon, but in some circles it's a little bit overrated. Anywho, we'll head on over to where we pick up this next quest. If you actually look at the mini-map right now, it doesn't tell you where this quest is, but I know where to start this quest, and we're going to head there now. I guess going left out of here will get us there quickest. It's going to be a little guy that spawns in front of this first bandit camp, and he'll drop an echo recorder, I believe, after we kill him. And that will send us to his secret stash, if I'm remembering all of this correctly. It's been a very long time since I've done this. But yeah, I think there's a dude who spawns in this area. He should show up on my mini-map. I thought it was right around here. This guy, perhaps. Go ahead and get some kunai on him. No, it was not that guy. Interesting. Perhaps our guy has wandered in here into this bandit camp? I'm not sure. This is this quest, right? Let me check. It's in Tundra Express, and what's it called? By the description, we should know what it is. Oops, not quite to the Tundra Express yet. To murder is human. To forgive, divine. Yes, so it's this quest. We just need to find the dude who starts it for us. And the only other place I can imagine he'd be is right in here. So we'll get started on killing a couple of these dudes. Looks like there is a corrosive damage over time gun back there, so we'll need to watch out for that. It may very well be this guy. Nope. Interesting. Now I'm kind of determined to find this quest. Looks like there's also a fire damage over time gun out there. So, two dangerous weapons that we have to look out for back here. And they're both still alive, obviously. Killed that guy even who was in cover. Oh, so it did drop. I wonder when it dropped. But yeah, our mark for this quest had just wandered into this particular area. I want to get this guy slagged just in case he tries to shoot us with this corrosive damage over time gun as we wander into this next area to grab this quest. Oops, here's what we're looking for. Another Loot Goon Goliath, so we'll just blow this dude up with the Pimpernel. Excellent. So he's just telling us right now that he has hidden a cache of weapons, and since we killed him, we deserve that cache. The first time I did this, it sounded like a setup, and it definitely is. You should probably never take people's word on Pandora, unless you have it on good authority from one of your friends that you already trust, that they're a good person. At least that's what I've noticed. That's not always the case. There are some people that end up being okay after you meet them all strange-like. But, you know, a lot of them end up, you know, trying to betray you in some way or another. And this guy's definitely going to do that. So we'll head over there and finish this quest off. And that'll be the end of this episode. I have decided that in the next episode we will go ahead and start the pirate campaign. And there are some side quests that I actually like in that as well. And I'm trying to debate if we should do them as we go through it, or if we should accomplish those side quests after the main campaign is complete. I'm also debating whether or not I want to try to do Master Guy. We'll definitely do Hyperius because he'll just be an easy bore, but I'm unsure about Master Guy, whether or not we should do him. He's a little bit more irritating, and I'm not sure if we have enough sniper ammo to keep killing those stupid worms that he has. It'll be interesting to find out. Master Guy is a pretty annoying raid boss in my opinion. Anywho, we're almost finished with this particular episode. I'm just going to kill a few of these varkids because I know what happens now when you don't kill varkids and you try to do other quests. The varkids will try to shit on your day. So we want to avoid that, and then we'll move forward. Excellent. So here's where his hidden stash is going to be. If I remember correctly, dynamite comes out of this, so we want to back up after we open this, I think. And then dudes will spawn all in this area and stuff, so watch out for the dynamite. Yeah, so the dynamite comes out of there. I'm unsure as to whether or not you can actually die from that, but I think perhaps you can. This is one of the only 2 areas in the game where frosty lunatics spawn. The other one is involved in a claptrap quest where he has you try to freeze these guys out, and then they put on hats, and it's kind of funny. Well, that's another good side quest that I had all but forgotten about. So we'll throw a slag grenade out just in case we take too much damage here. Hopefully we don't. Excellent. So we killed all those dudes here, and now we'll just get some minor weapon from this. It will either be a Hulk or a slit cannon. We'll take the Jacobs just because neither of them are really going to be of any use to me. There's another quest in here now? What? So we can get a Mordecai quest from Mordecai up there? I don't think you can get up there though, can you? That's kind of weird. I'll explore that off video. Anyway, guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you haven't yet taken the time to subscribe, please do so. I'd appreciate that as well. And in the next episode of this, we will be starting the Pirate Campaign, which is my favorite of the DLCs, believe it or not. Anywho, as always, guys, I hope to catch you next time. Bye, guys.